Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another video, and let's review the replay. Julien and Alfred going up against Dina Asher-Smith, Tia Clayton, and Talu alongside Sears and McCoy out of the USA. It's a very good lineup, but I do believe that whichever race Julien and Alfred is lined up in, all the other athletes are running for a second place with the type of form that we're seeing with Julien and Alfred. The truth is that Tia Clayton, with the coach that she have, with everything on the line and the possibilities, the potential achievements that could come from this race, if they approach this like it's the World Championship finals and she was able to get the win, this would be one of the biggest wins of her life. And it would give her an opportunity to go and chase down an even bigger win. With Akeem Blake going into the Diamond League finals against a weaker lineup than what he had been challenging all season, where we are not seeing Noah, we are not seeing Kishin, we are not seeing Oblique, we're not seeing some of the athletes who would have challenged them, but we're seeing Simbini, Bromell, Coleman, Eklund. We're seeing Azo. There's a lot of athletes who would challenge him, but I do believe that Akeem Blake, with the kind of race that he had been running in 2024, without the top challengers in this race, he has a really good chance of winning. However, we do acknowledge that the two athletes in Bromell and Christian Coleman alongside Akane Simbini, it's going to create a real competition, and it could be a major problem for him. I want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about the Jamaica's opportunity to get a buy-in? Tia Clayton. Let's talk about the Diamond League finals. We only have a couple days to go, less than 2 days to go before the Diamond League finals goes into effect. We want to talk about the men 100 meters as well as the women 100 meters. In the men 100 meters, we only have one Jamaican representing for us, and that's Akeem Blake. And the beauty about Akeem Blake representing in this men 100 meters is that he have a real shot at winning. We have some big names in the 100 meters, but we do not have the biggest names. And Akeem Blake is top 5 in a lot of events, and the top 3 or 4 is definitely not in the 100 meters right now, but we'll get into that. In the women 100 meters, we have a little bit of excitement because we have Tia Clayton lined up in the women 100 meters. She have an opportunity, she have a legitimate opportunity to win, just like everybody else. It's not the strongest lineup, but she have genuine challenge. She have at least one extreme challenge in this lineup, and we also will get into it. So let's dive into the Diamond League. The Diamond League is scheduled to go ahead, and it will complete before the World Championship commence. Usually it's the other way around. It would be where the athletes would have gone to the World Championship, get their foot wet, go out there, leave it on the track, and then get some time to recover to go back in the Diamond League finals and just lay it all out there on the track. As a result, we're not seeing some of the top athletes. We have seen Noah Lyles in the 100 meters, Kishane, Oblique. We have seen a lot of these young athletes in the 100 meters at the Diamond League, but now they are preparing for the biggest stage in track and field for 2025, which is the World Championship, the World Athletic Championship. So we are not seeing the biggest athletes, but we are in this lineup in the men 100 meters at the Diamond League finals. Jeremiah Hazu, Akeem Blake, Trayvon Bromell, Christian Coleman, Brandon Hickel, Akane Simbini, at least three South African. Sean, some of these I won't even try to pronounce them, but we have a fairly good lineup. But I do believe Akeem Blake have a good shot at winning this one. He won last season. Yes, he's the defending Diamond League champion for 2024. So he was able to get that Diamond League title last year, and this time around he is lined up. And the competition is not necessarily there. In the last Diamond League race where he lined up, he finished 3rd. And the two athletes who finished ahead of him, Noah Lyles and Oblique Civil, they're not lined up here. This is a legitimate opportunity for him. Now, Akane Simbini is the leader on the Diamond League chart for men. And he would be looking to put together a perfect race in order to get that victory. Akane Simbini have a very good time for 2025. He started out so well in the season. His time for his season best is 9.90. Akeem Blake season best is 9.88. So Akeem Blake still have a faster season best than Akane Simbini. But what we know for sure is that Christian Coleman and Trayvon Brummel have the fastest time going into the Diamond League finals. As a result, these athletes, they also have a legitimate reason to win. They have a real opportunity to win, but they have reasons why they should win. None of them made it through to the World Championship, and they will be looking to get any consolatory victory for 2025, because a Diamond League win is a win. It's a win that will go up in the column of victories for 2025. So yes, I do believe that Akeem Blake have a legitimate opportunity to get that Diamond League title and the prize money, because the field that he stacked up against is something that he had been running all season. He also won against Christian Coleman in the previous race. None of these athletes will be going out there in a finals just to show up and look pretty. They're going out there to win. They know that this is a very good opportunity for them, especially with the biggest and the best and the most informed athletes absent from the event. We're going to talk about the women 100 meters and the story behind the women 100 meters, why it is as interesting as it is because we haven't seen Julien Alfred much in 2025. We know that she have the second fastest time for 2025 with 10.75, and with Melissa Jefferson being the most dominant athlete in 2025, any race that Melissa Jefferson is lined up in, everybody else is running for second place. She's the winner. And with Julien Alfred, one would want to think that whichever race she's in, where Melissa Jefferson is not in that race, everybody else would be running for a second place or lower. In this case, the lineup is as follows: Julien Alfred, Dina Asher Smith, Tia Clayton, Zoe Hobbs, Maya McCoy, Sears, Talu, you need to name a few, the rest of them, right? I'm going to put it on the screen here. But these athletes are athletes who are they're world-class athletes, they're professional athletes, but Julien Alfred is a little bit cut above the rest. Tia Clayton, the athlete out of Jamaica, failed to qualify for the World Championship. However, opportunities presented itself, and there have been ups and downs. Knockout, might have been an opportunity for her to go to the knockout, win, and get a buy-in to the World Championship. This would give Jamaica opportunity to have 4 people. That didn't happen. But the Diamond League finals would also give an opportunity to get a wild card buy-in to the World Championship. Now, with Tia Clayton lined up in this race alongside Talu, Dina Asher Smith, and Julien Alfred, it's a very, very good lineup. Tia Clayton had been more consistent than, well, Talu is always going to run a fast race. Dina Asher Smith is running a fast race, but not as fast as Tia Clayton. Tia Clayton could challenge Julien Alfred for that first place, but getting that first place victory would have meant more than just a win for Tia, because she would have gotten an opportunity to go to the World Championship and represent for Jamaica. That's the best case scenario. Now, if Tia Clayton is able to go there and use this race like a World Championship finals, leave it all out there on the line, leave it all out there on the track with the best preparation from one of the world's best coaches, I think she can get the job done. That's what I truly believe. Now, Tia Clayton's personal season best is a far cry from what Julien Alfred's season best is. Julien Alfred's season best is 10.75. Tia Clayton's season best, which is also her personal best, is 10.82. So we have seen where Tia Clayton got faster after injury, and this is a nice indication that she's working her way into form, and it's an opportunity for her to even go faster. Now, knowing that this race have so much potential to get her closer to her goals, how do you feel the coach will be approaching this race. This race is not just a race for Tia Clayton, it's a race for her coach as well. The coach would be looking to give her all the tools, inspiration, and preparation necessary to go out there, challenge for that #1 spot, win that Diamond League, and potentially get a buy-in to the World Championship. Because we know that even if she goes out there right now and leave her fastest time on the track and get a personal best, even if she push her body to the brink, she still have some time to recover with the knowledge that the team would have and the technology that exists right now. It would only work in her favor. Now, if the stars were to align and she was able to beat Julien Alfred, she would have been the second person to beat Julien Alfred. This would also prove that she is in excellent position to medal at the World Championship, because you're talking about beating the athlete who everybody think is the only athlete who could potentially challenge Melissa Jefferson, because we haven't really seen Julien Alfred in 2025, but we have also recognized that we haven't seen her run the times that we have seen Melissa Jefferson run. But we have also seen that Melissa Jefferson had been PBing over and over again. So other athletes would be looking to PB as well. These are athletes, they are challengers, they are competitors. They believe that they can do better. They can do a little bit better each time. So yes, there you go. I'm going to do a quick recap here. Julien Alfred going up against Dina Asher-Smith, Tia Clayton, and Talu, alongside Sears and McCoy out of the USA, is a very good lineup. But I do believe that whichever race Julien Alfred is lined up in, all the other athletes are running for a second place with the type of form that we're seeing with Julien Alfred. The truth is that Tia Clayton, with the coach that she have, with everything on the line and the possibilities, the potential achievements that could come from this race, if they approach this like it's the World Championship finals and she was able to get the win, this would be one of the biggest wins of her life. And it would give her an opportunity to go and chase down an even bigger win. With Akeem Blake going into the Diamond League finals against a weaker lineup than what he had been challenging all season, where we are not seeing Noah, we are not seeing Kishin, we are not seeing Oblique, we're not seeing some of the athletes who would have challenged them, but we are seeing Simbini, Bromell, Coleman, Eklund. We're seeing Azo. There's a lot of athletes who would challenge him, but I do believe that Akeem Blake, with the kind of race that he had been running in 2024, without the top challengers in this race, he has a really good chance of winning. However, we do acknowledge that the two athletes in Bromell and Christian Coleman, alongside Akane Simbini, it's going to create a real competition, and it could be a major problem for him. I want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about the Jamaica's opportunity to get a buy-in? Tia Clayton getting an opportunity to go in. And this really would create some excitement. This would add to the excitement, because she is potentially Jamaica's best opportunity for a medal and Jamaica's strongest challenger as a female in the women 100 meters. Not saying that this would matter a lot, seeing the form that Melissa Jefferson is in, but if she's able to beat Julien Alfred right now, this would suggest that she's ready to challenge for a medal at the World Championships. Let's review the replay. Drop your comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you guys.